This is 5 minutes of political common sense for America. I'm Brian Boeheim, the political engineer. In this segment, I want to talk about the new White House jobs program. That's right, they have figured out a way of lowering unemployment. Now, it's very creative, but it has limited impact and involves government jobs only. The program I'm referring to is the Jobs for Primaries program. That's right. What they're doing is the White House is offering Democratic candidates jobs to get them out of the primary races against their political buddies. Now, let me talk about how this works here. In Pennsylvania, Joe Sestak decided to run against longtime incumbent Senator Alan Specter in the Democratic primary. Senator Specter had recently switched from the Republican to the Democratic Party, remember? And the reason he did it was so that he got full support from the Democratic Party, in particular, the new White House. One problem. Senator Specter showed so much incompetence and attitude at the town hall meetings and health care, no one's going to vote for him. So Rahm Emanuel, the president's chief of staff, called former President Clinton and asked him to offer Representative Sestak a job if he'd just pull out of the race. Well, Sestak turned it down and then beat Senator Specter like a redheaded stepchild in the primary. Wait, that's not the only time this has happened. It's not a one-up deal. In Colorado, Andrew Romanoff decided to run against incumbent Senator Bennett. The problem was the White House wanted to avoid a costly primary battle. So Jim Messina, the president's deputy chief of staff, suggested that Mr. Romanoff was very well suited for 3 or 4 different plush jobs within the administration. This came not only verbally, but as an email as well. And by the way, just so we know, plush job, Deputy Assistant Administrator for Latin America and Caribbean. What a job. Now that's not a payoff? Come on. When we take a look at this, just realize that this is against the law. 18 U.S.C. 600, it says clearly it prohibits the use of government-funded jobs or programs to advance partisan political interests. How much clearer do you want? You can't provide benefit to any person as a consideration, favor, or reward for any political activity or for the support or opposition of any candidate in connection with any primary election. That's literally out of the statute. Now, there's another one that prohibits, this is 18 U.S.C. 595, which prohibits any person employed in an administrative position to use their official authority for the purpose of interfering with or affecting the nomination or election of any candidate for the office of senator. Come on, people. This is what this is not complex law. This is straightforward. In 1980, the Office of Legal Counsel at the Justice Department even supported this and made it clear that this was the law, that you cannot offer people jobs. You cannot manipulate a senatorial primary, period. Now, they're using the excuse that they didn't offer it directly. It didn't come straight from the president's office. It didn't come straight from the White House. Under that line of thinking, if I hire someone else to kill my worst enemy, then I have no legal culpability. That if my accountant cheats on my taxes for me, then I'm clear of any wrongdoing. Hey, this is kind of cool. Under this line of legal thinking, I can get away with just about anything if I can find somebody gullible enough or desperate enough to do the actual act for me. What? This makes no logical sense whatsoever. This is as bad or maybe worse than the Watergate era. Nixon at least knew he was doing something wrong. He just felt he was above the law. President Obama, tell you what, I am concerned that this White House is sociopathic in its nature, and it doesn't even understand the negative implications on its citizens. You have been listening to 5 minutes of political common sense for America. I'm your host, Brian Boeheim, the political engineer. And if you like what you heard here, go check out my book, Political Common Sense for America. You can find it on Amazon.com. See you next time. Be safe until then.